Every now and then we get new reports about just how disgusting Donald Trump was behind the scenes when he was president of the United States, and this past week, of course, was no exception to that. According to new reports, at a ceremony at a United States military base, which was the ceremony for General Mark Milley taking over as the chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Milley invited a disabled United States veteran, a man by the name of, it's U.S. Army Captain Louis Avila. He invited him to sing God Bless America at this ceremony. Here's the thing about Avila. Let me read this. Avila, who had completed 5 combat tours, had lost a leg in an IED attack in Afghanistan and had suffered 2 heart attacks, 2 strokes, and brain damage as a result of his injuries. To Milley and to 4-star generals across the Army, Avila and his wife Claudia represented the heroism, sacrifice, and dignity of wounded soldiers. So Milley looked at this individual, knew the story, and said, we want to bring him in. We want to show what sacrifice looks like. And Donald Trump, according to reports, was disgusted by this. Let me read this part. After Avila's performance, Trump walked over to congratulate him, but then said to Milley, within earshot of several witnesses, "Why do you bring people like that here? No one wants to see that, the wounded. Never let Avila appear in public again," Trump told Milley. "Nobody wants to see that. This isn't a pretty person. He's suffered 2 strokes. He's lost his limbs. That's just weird and gross to me, because Donald Trump, as we all know, is all about appearances. I mean, hell, we knew that throughout his entire administration, where he would want certain people to go on television and certain people to not go on television. He would rate them based on how they looked. He would rate them based on what they wore on TV during those appearances. I did those stories all the time when they came out over at Ring of Fire. We know that he wants to pick a vice presidential candidate who looks good on camera. He wants lawyers who look good on camera. But suddenly, when you're at this event and you see a man that's missing some limbs, oh my God, that's the grossest thing Trump's ever seen. Why would you do that? Everything has to be pretty and perfect, like me. I mean, honest to God, like, look at Donald Trump. For a man like that to be so obsessed with other people's appearances, I mean, come on, the jokes write themselves at this point. But this is truly despicable and disgusting behavior. It absolutely is disgusting behavior. And it's a reminder, by the way, of what these wars that George W. Bush started a couple decades ago, of what they cost us, what they cost these soldiers. This man did 5 combat tours in Afghanistan. Why? 2 heart attacks and 2 strokes after the IED attack that cost him several of his limbs. Why? Oh, because we're rooting out terrorists, right? It was a war based on lies. And this man paid a price for it. Others paid an even more significant price. And many are still paying that price to this very day and will be for the rest of their lives. That is the kind of thing, by the way, that people do need to be reminded of. Unlike Trump, we shouldn't hide these people. We should put them out there front and center. Not just because of the heroism and the sacrifice, but to remind everybody of what these wars cost us. But Trump's behavior is truly despicable, truly disgusting, and it is a reflection of who he is as a human being. And let's not forget that this truly disgusting and vile individual is beating the rest of the Republican field right now by 59 points. Or excuse me, he has 59 points. He's beating the rest of them by 47 points. So he's going to be their nominee. And this is the guy that Republicans are all saying we're totally cool with this horrific behavior. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.